Hello, my friends. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup. We have another lawsuit this week as our main focus. Too Faced was in litigation for trademark for their Born This Way slogan, and they lost. So we're going to be talking about why they lost and the details behind that lawsuit. After that, we're going to be touching on Lush Cosmetics, or I guess Lush. Or is it just Lush or Lush Cosmetics? I don't know. Anyway, Lush took themselves off of social media, and it's for some interesting reasons, and I'm curious to know your take on whether you feel like this is an effective thing for Lush to do. It's unique, so we'll talk about it. And then finally, on TikTok, we have another really weird TikTok trend, and of course, it involves the Beauty Blender. Because of course it does. Hang tight, we're getting into it right now. Before we get started, we do have a sponsor for today's video, and it is Nira. Nira is a heat laser system that encourages collagen production in the lower layers of your skin in the under eye area specifically. They took the same tech that dermatologists use in their offices and put it in an at-home FDA-cleared device. You know I am a science geek, but we won't go into all of the details of the science behind this device here, but I will tell you it is very easy to find. I will link it down below. Nira's website really goes in depth explaining how this device works, why it works, all of that. There's videos, all kinds of cool stuff. So I'll link their website down below if you want to know the science behind it. I've used so many devices in the past, and the most prohibitive thing of me using a device is how long it takes. Devices that take 15, 20, 30 minutes or more to be effective. One thing I love about Nira is that it literally takes 2 minutes. It's about a minute per eye. And what you do is you just turn it on with the button, and it gives you the little ding, 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 and you have the battery sensor here. I haven't had to plug it in yet. I've had it for over a month. I haven't had to plug it in, which is awesome. And then you push the button here to change the strength of how strong you want the laser to be. I started off on level 1. That was as strong as I could make it without feeling discomfort. Now I've moved up to level 2 that feels comfortable for me. And all you do is you put your thumb on the button here and you put it on your skin, and so one beep to tell you that the treatment is working, that you've made contact with the skin, and the second beep tells you to move on to the next space. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a video of me using the device this morning. It is so easy to do. You just slowly move it across your under eye and down until you've covered the entire area. Another thing I really like to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing is if you don't make contact with the skin, you get an error noise. So that makes sure that you are getting the treatment that you need to get in order to see results. Nira says that you will start seeing the full results at 60 to 90 days, but I do want to show you my results that I have so far. I'm currently at day 49. So specifically, day 49 is where I'm at, but I really am looking forward to seeing the full results at 60 to 90 days. Right now, Nira is having a 50% off sale, which is nuts. And the best part I think about it is that there is a 90-day risk-free trial. So that is fabulous. But remember, you do have to use it every day in order to see results. So you have to make that commitment. But I'm telling you, if I can make that commitment, I know you can too, because there's been so many devices that I've given up on because it just takes too long. This is one that I can do. So if you'd like to join the hashtag Nira 90-day challenge with me, I will put all of the links down below for you so you can check it out. Thank you again to Nira for sponsoring this video. And now let's go ahead and get into What's Up in Makeup. All right, let's start with Born This Way. Okay, so Too Faced lost a lawsuit trying to accuse a Korean brand of taking their Born This Way slogan and using it on their skincare products. And this is not like some little mom and pop shop that they were trying to get to stop using it. It's LG Household and Healthcare. It's a huge company in Korea. The lawsuit was brought by Estee Lauder on behalf of Too Faced because Estee Lauder is the parent company. They filed a suit with the Patent Court of Korea to investigate invalidate LG Household and Healthcare's use of the trademark. They said that the company had infringed on its trademark and used its reputation to gain unfair economic benefits. So let's get down to this. Too Faced launched their Born This Way products in 2015, but LG filed for its trademark in November of that year for its daily skincare line. So technically, Too Faced was first. But like I mentioned in the intro, Too Faced did lose, and the reason why they lost is because the slogan is, quote, so widely used in English-speaking countries. And to put the nail in the coffin, this I was like, that's just mean. They noted that, quote, Too Faced Cosmetics takes up very little of the US cosmetics market, and the Born This Way brand has not been sufficiently recognized as a proprietary brand. Yikes. That's just mean. And honestly, if anybody should have an issue with this, it should be Lady Gaga, because she came out with her Born This Way foundation. It was a literal foundation that she started with her mother, and that was back in 2011, way before Too Faced launched their Born This Way foundation makeup. So I really think that Too Faced rightfully lost this suit. They typically win their suits. I remember when Tatcha had sued them for copyright infringement on their lipsticks, Too Faced won. Too Faced usually wins, but I do feel like in this case, Too Faced didn't really have a case, but I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. This next story made news. It was all over Twitter. It was all over the Google News feed. It was everywhere. Lush has discontinued use of social media for mental health reasons. And it may be for good. We'll have to see. This is not a blackout day. This is not a period of time where they're going off of social media. They are just disconnecting almost all their accounts, not all of their accounts. They did do something like this before, back in April of 2019, where they stopped posting on Instagram and Facebook, but they came back in September of 2020. And the reason was completely different. It wasn't mental health focused. It wasn't based on that. It was based on a complaint about the algorithm and how much control the platforms were having over Lush's presentation to potential customers. Let's hear Lush's side of it. Okay, this is what the chief digital officer and product inventor at Lush, his name is Jack Constantine, said. He said that his goal at Lush has been to create products to help people relax and pay attention to their well-being. He said, quote, social media platforms have become the antithesis of this aim, with algorithms designed to keep people scrolling and stop them from switching off and relaxing. As of Black Friday, Lush has deactivated their Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat accounts, but they've kept their Twitter and YouTube. See, I don't understand why they're keeping Twitter. Like, I kind of get YouTube, but Twitter, it's like Twitter is definitely not a place for positive mental health conversation, I will tell you that. I think it's a super weird choice to keep that one specifically activated, but I digress. So Lush Cosmetics states that they will remain deactivated, quote, until these platforms take action to provide a safer environment for users. So it's basically what it sounds like, a boycott. They take it even a step further. The press release compares concerns about known harms to young people and the serious effects of social media being ignored the way that climate change has been ignored for decades. The guy I talked about before, Mark Constantine, he also said, quote, I've spent all my life avoiding putting harmful ingredients in my products. There's now overwhelming evidence we are being put at risk when using social media. I'm not willing to expose my customers to this harm, so it's time to take it out of the mix. I'm honestly very skeptical of this approach because I don't see how taking themselves off of those platforms are going to make any difference. How is that going to stop their customers from being on social media? Do they have that important of a presence on Instagram that people are only logging on to Instagram in order to see Lush's posts? And then if they remove themselves from social media, is that going to stop people from going on social media? I personally don't think so. I mean, I guess there could be a chain reaction. You want to see what Lush came out with. You open up your Instagram, you click on Lush's photo, and then you just continue to scroll. I guess maybe that's where they're trying to make the impact. But honestly, I think this is weird. I don't think that this is an effective strategy except for the PR aspect of it. That it looks like Lush is caring about our mental health, which is positive PR for the brand. And also, they don't have to pay social media people to keep up with those platforms. They picked the easy easiest platform to keep up with, in my opinion, which is Twitter. But Instagram and TikTok, those you have to get creative in order to post content, and they don't have to pay anybody to do that anymore. So hopefully, maybe if they really want to make a difference, they can take the budget that they would have put into social media and donate it to causes that care about the mental health of young people. Maybe the Born This Way Foundation. One thing that Lush is investing in is your ability to be able to get their products very quickly and from the comfort of your home. They, along with many other companies, are partnering with DoorDash. They're going to be offering same-day delivery of their complete range of products from more than 250 stores across the US and Canada. The partnership marks the first time Lush will offer same-day delivery. It's made possible by DoorDash's white label service. It's called DoorDash Drive, and it goes directly off of the Lush website. It's not through the DoorDash app. Customers visit Lush's website and check out as usual after selecting same-day delivery. Once the order is placed, then the Dasher goes to Lush, they pick up the products, they bring them to your house. I can see a lot of companies continuing to get onto this. It's basically what Amazon did, when they made their own drivers delivering packages of the Amazon products. DoorDash is taking over that for companies that don't have a fleet of drivers. DoorDash provides that fleet of drivers for that same day Amazon delivery convenience. I don't know about what it's like to work for a company like Uber Eats and DoorDash, but it seems like a great way to make some extra money for people that just have a few extra hours in the day or in the evening to go around and deliver packages for people. So for me, it looks like a win for not just Lush and the consumer, but also people who work for DoorDash. So let's get into this weird TikTok hack. It's really not that super weird. It's not that out of the box. So what people are doing is they are putting water on their beauty sponges and they're freezing them for an hour and then they're using them. The TikTok user that has made this famous and go viral is GW Makeup, and the video has more than 2.3 million likes with a bunch of other people also trying the hack and getting a ton of views. Brianna Pelez also tried this, and she said that it made her foundation, quote, way smoother than when not frozen, and after a while with the makeup on, she barely made any retouches and saved a lot of product. Allure magazine asked one of their dermatologists that they tap into. Her name is Mona Gohara, MD, and she is a Connecticut-based dermatologist. She said that the hack would be most likely effective under the under eye area because we know when you put something cooling under the under eyes, it can depuff temporarily the under eye area. But she also said using the hack for the whole face that she would be afraid it would cause irritation or discoloration. I mean, it makes sense because you wet your beauty blender, so a frozen beauty blender really isn't that much of a difference. I don't know whether this is something that I would try. It seems like a whole heck of a lot of work. I mean, sometimes I don't even want to go into the bathroom that's like 10 feet away from where I get ready. I don't even want to wet the darn thing. I just want to stick it on my face dry because I'm lazy as hell. I'm not gonna think to wet my beauty blender, put it in the freezer, make sure it's in there for at least an hour and then use it. It's just too much work for me, but I would love to know your thoughts. Is this something you've ever tried? Would you consider trying it? If you do try it, let me know what you thought down in the comments. All right, my friend, we have a very short product report this week, starting with the most exciting thing that I think I have seen in a while, in my opinion, the Hipdot and Rugrats Hanukkah collection. Are you freaking serious? I honestly don't think that I've ever seen a true legit Hanukkah collection for makeup. It's very exciting for me. Half my family is Jewish and they're often forgotten in stores and just in the holiday season. It's nice to see some Hanukkah themed products. What we really need are some Passover themed products because that's actually a bigger holiday, but I digress. So it's inspired by one of the show's most popular episodes, a Rugrats Hanukkah. It's a 6-piece collection featuring an eyeshadow palette, 2 lip glosses, a makeup sponge, and face masks, which look super cute. All of the products are limited edition and will be sold separately as well as in the complete Hipdot and Rugrats collector's box, which is $78. That collector's box also includes a special pin of Tommy, which I think is fab. There is no release date as of the day that I'm filming. It may have been released, you know, to the masses by now that the video's gone live, but you can sign up for notifications at Hipdot's website if you're you're interested. There are 2 new ColourPop collections this week. First, the Smoke and Roses collection. It's a smaller collection, 25 pan palette and a brush roll that includes 14 eye and face brushes. Really, really pretty there. I love the name, just Smoke and Roses. And then they have something really interesting. They're calling it the Vault collection. It has a S-ton of products. I'm not gonna rattle them all off here because it's so many freaking products, but they all have this pretty pastel packaging and it's a full range of makeup and skincare. It's really pretty. They have product bundles, they have individual products, and it's a great thing to release right now. I think it's super smart. We talked a while back about the Valentino makeup line. It is now coming to Sephora. It's launching on December 3rd. It's a full range of 14 products for eyes, lips, and face. Prices range from $25 for the eye primer to $205 for the Go Clutch refillable compact finishing powder, because I think that it can double as like a bag. I guess it kind of looks like a little tiny handbag, so it's kind of cute. I guess that's why it's so expensive. So yeah, so that's coming to Sephora soon. Also, we talked about this in a previous week. The Melt Cosmetics Amor y Mariposas collection has launched at Sephora. The eyeshadow palette, 2 gel liners, and a blush palette priced from $22 to $70. Last week, Violet Voss released a red-themed eyeshadow palette. I'm pretty sure the Sunflower palette that is now on Sephora's website was released before, or maybe it was just sneaked. I can't remember, but the point is it is at Sephora. Really pretty color story here. It's $18. Very, very pretty. And finally, if you want super bougie lips, Tom Ford's Lip Blush Lip Balm, $58. It's a gold flecked color changing lip balm. I'm pretty darn sure you're just paying for the packaging and the name on that. I feel like the Winky Lux ones are just as pretty at half the cost. That's just my opinion. I've never tried them. I don't know if they're any good, but I guess if you're a Tom Ford fan, at least it's something different. And then moving over to Ulta, last week we had huge launches of a bunch of products from L'Oreal and Maybelline. This week it's Revlon that launched a bunch of products. They launched 9 products priced between $9.99 and $13.99, just a ton of stuff. Blot setting powder, Skin Awaken concealer, Grip Matte primer, Lock setting mist, Line Creator double-ended liner, So Fierce Eyes Wide Open mascara, a semi-permanent brow ink that looks pretty interesting, Satin Ink Crown Jewels liquid lipstick, and the Matte Light crayon. So those are all over at Ulta and available now. And then finally, also new to Ulta, the ColourPop and Nightmare Before Christmas collection is over there, and also the Mandalorian collection are now available at Ulta. PR or purchase product of the week. Last week I used my Laura Lee Los Angeles new blush palette for basically my whole face, my eyes and my cheeks. I was inspired by that to try the one that I had purchased at Sephora. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth Enchant Multitasking Baked Face Palette, and I use this for my eyes and my cheeks. And honestly, I think I like the Laura Lee one just a little bit better as far as the effectiveness on the eyes. It's just a little bit more pigmented. I used all of the shades. This shade I used on my cheeks only, but the rest of the shades I used on my eyes and my cheeks. I did find that I needed something to enhance the shine of the shimmer shades for the eyes, so I used the Makeup by Mario. This was set in PR. This is the Master Metal Manipulator, and it just gives a little bit extra of oomph. It's like wetting your brush, you know, it just gives you a little more oomph to your shadows, and I felt like I really needed that for the eyes. So when it comes down to it, I really like this better for the face because it isn't super pigmented and punchy, and it gives more of a subtle cheek look. I don't think it's intense enough for an eye look. That's just a personal opinion. And then on my lips, I did a little bit of a mix of some lipsticks that Milani sent me in PR. This one is in the shade Passion, and this one is in the shade Pleasure. And I really love this formula. It's super creamy, and it just feels really good on the lips. They mix really well, and it's just a fabulous formula. All right, notable sales of the week. It's Black Friday weekend. There are a stupid amount of sales, so instead of me just rattling them off, I'm just gonna give you a little montage. Here we go. I've been waiting for this, yeah. It's been up on my mind, though it's hard to resist. Feeling like one of a kind. Oh, now the hard time's over. I'm for I won't look back now, yeah, and it's moving closer, I can feel it coming, oh now it's my time now,
'Cause it's finally, yeah, finally, yeah, oh, 'cause it's finally, yeah, finally, yeah, ooh. I've been staring again, gazing at the night sky, and even though it's the same, it feels like I got new eyes. Oh, now the hard time's over, and for a moment I won't look back now. Yeah, and it's moving closer, I can feel it coming. Oh no, it's my time now. 'Cause it's finally, yeah, finally, yeah, oh, 'cause it's finally, yeah, finally, yeah,
And finally, our artist shout out of the week. We have this week Erica SWN. I don't know if that stands for Swan, but we'll just say Erica SWN. She is from Latvia, currently living in Sweden, and oh my gosh, is she so ridiculously talented. Let's talk about her first look. It is a Marilyn Monroe inspired look, and there's just something special about seeing Marilyn Monroe holding an iPhone. It's just weird. I don't know. It just creates this confusion in my head. But anyway, let's talk about the makeup. This is an ad for Maven Beauty. Honestly, it's the eyes that get me on this. The way that she brings her crease all the way over to the bridge of her nose. I know if I did that, it would look super weird, but it looks gorgeous on her. I also love the lower lash line and the way she did the white eyeliner on the waterline. It's just a really beautiful look. Second look is called Night Elf, but Make It Glam. This is in partnership with ABH and the Norvina Chroma Sticks. Honestly, it's the blue contouring for me though, and the contrast with the pink center of the face and the way she smudged her purple lips. I mean, of course, the eyeliners, they did a great job. They look really beautiful. The way she put them on her face and her eyes is gorgeous, but it's really the rest of the look for me, to be honest. And finally, as a huge fan of The Wizard of Oz, I don't think I've ever seen a Tin Man look. This is so cool. This look is everything, like the screws and the lines for the joints on the jaw and the lashes. Oh my gosh. And the way she adds like the bright pops of color, but they don't overpower the look, which I think is really special. That she didn't go, I mean, it's bright, but it's not like screaming and too contrasty. You know what I'm saying? Just so gorgeous, just really wow. So many very enjoyable looks to look at over there. So if you would like to follow her like I've recently followed her, I will leave her Instagram link down below for you. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching, and of course thank you to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week and throughout the year. I just appreciate you so very much. I am very thankful for you. And thank you of course to Nira for sponsoring this video. A link for Nira and their 50% off sale will be down below. Our chat today will be at 10 a.m. Eastern time, but if you cannot join us because you got stuff to do, it is a busy time of year. Totally get that. You can watch it at your convenience. It should be in your subscription feed, just hanging out if you're subscribed to the channel. But if you're not subscribed, you can also get to it through my channel page. Click on my videos and click on the video titled Live Chat. Thank you again so much for watching What's Up in Makeup. I really appreciate you. I am thankful for you. I'm thankful for every time you take time to spend out of your day to hang out with me. And if you would like to take time to spend a little bit more time with me, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here, including last week's What's Up in Makeup in case you missed it. But if you do have to go, because again, you got stuff to do, it is no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. And mad love to you. I'll see you in a video very soon. Bye!